In the previous episode, I started stripping the interior of the BMW by unbolting the seat belts and removing the seats. After that, I took out the center console, steering wheel, and the screen, clearing the way to remove the main dashboard. Then we started working in reverse, putting the new dashboard and headliner back in. The center console went in, followed by the driver's seat, but when I bolted the steering wheel and tried to connect the driver airbag, I realized the trim bezel on the steering wheel was cracked, and we had no choice but to halt the assembly. I ordered the new trim bezel. It just arrived, so let's continue. Okay, let's put this thing back together. So it should be very straightforward. Okay, so this should be on the right hand side for the cruise control stuff. Now, I don't want to use any power tools for this. It's a very delicate plastic. Rotating this, have these go all around here. You can kind of see these plastic latches, so it totally makes sense that this is where the wire should be. Let's put this guy in. Now, we don't want to break this plastic again, so I'm gonna be very gentle, to be honest. I don't want to risk it. Let that fall into place very nicely. And that's how you make a BMW G21 steering wheel. Let's put this guy back in again. Not the easiest connector in the world. Alright, we line this up. Okay, so with the steering wheel in, I really want to kind of test out all the computers, systems inside this BMW. So let's see what we got. So it's been a few hours, and I don't know what has happened, but before we can put the car back in together, we need to make sure that there is nothing wrong with the electronic steering wheel of this car. Now, I have a new one, it's ready to go in, but I've discovered that the wire that powers the steering rack is also not getting any power. So it feels like a fuse. I checked the fuses in the car. I started tracing the wires back to it originated, and it all leads to here, which I'm going to show you now. So the electronic steering wire leads up to here, and they all go into a module like this. This is where this wire gets kind of hooked onto this, and if you pry it open, which is very difficult to do because it's weather sealed, it all comes down to these fuses. Now, if we check for continuity between the fuse 150, I'm going to connect one prong of this multimeter right at this fuse and the other one at the other side, and if you see, nothing is happening. But if I do it for the one next to it, we are getting power all over because it's working as intended. But if we put the prong on the next one for this 150, nothing is happening. And now, if we check this, we would know that this will all lead to this very prong right here. So if we stick one prong of our multimeter here and the other one on the right connector, see? So nothing. And then if we put this in, we are getting continuity. So somehow this steering wheel got overloaded with power, or the car sent too much power down to the steering wheel column, burned the circuit or whatever module it is on the steering rack, and also burned this fuse. So unless this fuse is fixed, the steering wheel is not going to get any power. So I checked online, and this fuse is actually not a hard fuse to find, but if you see, BMW loves to solder these in and also to put weather stripping all over it. Now, I have ordered a new one of this, I don't know, the fuse box, power distribution unit, whatever you call it, and it would take 6 to 8 days because it needs to come all the way from Germany. But I have an idea, and my idea is that for the sake of testing, because this thing is still getting power, like most of these things are still getting enough power to work, is only the power steering module that is not working, is that to drill 2 holes here And technically, we should be able to pry this thing off and replace it with a new one, and maybe to put two bolts or somehow solder them in, just to see what happens if we change this fuse to a new one. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead with this experiment, try to change this fuse, because we have the new steering rack in, and I would like to make sure that the new steering rack is working and everything is up to order, and that would give us the opportunity to put the front end of this car back together, wait 6 to 8 days, and just replace this. All right, I just went out and got the replacement fuse. Let's try it on. As you can see, this one comes with 2 screw holes that we don't have it, but I guess we can just slide this over and see, it just sits flush like that. Okay, let's put new drill holes so we can screw this in. All right, so the new fuse is in. Please, please, please don't do that to your actual module. This is more of an experiment. I'm gonna put this back in the car, and because it's loose, I didn't have any proper screws. Maybe I will just use a small clamp to hold it in and see what happens. A few minutes later, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, but now we have a proper connection from the wire for the steering rack all the way to this distribution unit. But please make sure you order a new one of this. The last thing you want is to be on the road and this to fail on you. For the time being, I just clamped it down with a vice grip. Now let's see if the power steering module is gonna work or not. Okay, it's been a few hours. I've replaced the steering rack with a new one. It was much harder than I thought, but we got it done. I don't want to ruin a good battery, so I'm just supporting it with a bit of a booster. Let's turn on the car quick and try this out. Oh, amazing. We have power steering now. Yay, all resolved. This is amazing news. Like, I'm happy that we have tackled this problem. It was not the easiest thing that I have done. I mean, this is our second project, and I guess this car is really teaching me a lot. All right, so let's not waste any time and finish up the front end of this car. So this car uses 2 brackets on each side of the radiator to support its weight, and this is the side that we had our accident. This was totally totaled, and these are the new parts directly from BMW. And I thought, hey, that's it, because when I was opening the parts, I didn't see any other damages, and I guess there was more damages. This is the bracket for the driver's side, and the impact has totally sheared this bracket as well. And because this bracket is all mangled up, the new brace that goes in front of these 2 hooks doesn't line up. Now, buying this part is not the issue. I mean, I can have it in 2 days, but this is the story with this car so far. I have been buying parts after parts after parts that initially we thought is not going to be necessary. And I guess this is what buying a crash damaged BMW means every now and then. Maybe it's just best to, change parts in pairs. But again, that will ruin your financial plans altogether. So I'm just gonna wait for the parts to come, and when the parts arrive, we can work more and hopefully finish this car. But I guess this is it for this episode. I wanted to thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and click that like button, and I catch you all on the next episode. Peace.